This daily dose is brought to you by Pirate.Black. ARRR.
And this is where the Bitcoin civil war happened, right? Because people in BTC, in my opinion, I agree with your assessment completely. They started selling, and that we needed Bitcoin to be private, to focus on the coin aspect of Bitcoin, because we needed to focus on that coin aspect to outcompete central banking and the banking cartel. Fine, I agree with that. And my team agrees with that as well. And that is the BTC rhetoric. But if you want to take it to its logical conclusion, the logical conclusion is that you need to do it correctly from the get-go. Therefore, you need to be private by default, and you need a Monero or a pirate chain, something that is private by default at the protocol level. You can't have something that is half-ass. So what BTC is still trying to give the world is a privacy coin using the Bitcoin protocol. That's never going to happen. And with Taproots and everything that they're creating, that started off with SegWit, if you're never going to get that. And if you do get that, it's going to be 100 years from now. It's not going to happen in 10 years or 20 years. It's too hard of a fucking feat to execute. Plus, there's so many interests involved within the game theory, the strategy of the Bitcoin market, that there's a lot of players that will never allow the Bitcoin protocol to become a real digital gold and real digital cash. So we have a conflict of interest, an inherent conflict of interest, where we now have four camps in the Bitcoin civil war. We have the first camp, which is BTC, which said we're going to turn the Bitcoin protocol into digital gold and take away any emphasis from an on-chain economy and focus on the exterior economy. Then we had a second camp that said, no, we're going to just focus on Bitcoin Cash as cash. We're not going to focus on the computational power of Bitcoin, just as BTC. And we're going to try to make it as much into a privacy coin, just as BTC is trying to do, but trying to use most of the Bitcoin architecture as it was given to us as Satoshi, with limits, though. We're only going to allow the blockchain to scale to a certain degree, and we're only going to allow certain types of transactions dictated by developers. So both BTC and Bitcoin Cash, this is what happened. They emphasize, because in their mind, they need to turn Bitcoin into a privacy coin, both BTC and Bitcoin Cash. So what they did is that they started focusing on the FOSS ethos, on the free and open source software ethos,
okay,
which is the ethos that that led to the creation of cryptocurrency. There is another camp that agreed with them fully and said, you guys are right, your ambitions are correct, Bitcoin Cash and BTC, but you're running into a wall, and you're literally lying to people, because you will never be a true privacy coin. You will never ever be true digital gold or true digital cash. And so these honest individuals said, we have to start from scratch and do it right. And this is where a new Satoshi came into play by the name of Nicholas von Saberhagen, and gave us Monero, the CryptoNote protocol, what led to become Monero. And then we had now other challenges to Monero technology, which is Pirate Chain, using state-of-the-art zero-knowledge proofs at the protocol level. So this is, in my opinion, Monero represents a third group of Bitcoiners that said, we're going to do this, but we're going to do it right. Don't fuck with the Bitcoin protocol. It's not a privacy coin. And that was the ambition of a lot of people surrounding Satoshi. And I would even argue maybe some of the people within Team Satoshi. That's what they wanted. What they wanted was a Monero. So it's disingenuous, in my opinion, for the BTC crowd to still be saying that they're a digital gold or digital cash, because they will never be digital gold or digital cash. Same for the same for the Bitcoin Cash community.
Follow the treasure to Pirate.Black, because financial privacy today is freedom tomorrow. ARRR.